Preparing to live stream the meeting. And then I'll go find it over there. Turn the volume down so I don't blow up that computer. Oh, I don't know, Alexis. This is a little complicated for me.
Is it? Oh, it said it's going live. I just got a notification going live on YouTube.
Oh, how long have we been live? Oh,
just
my
now.
God. Oh, my
just
God.
Now.
Oh, I look so grouchy. I look so frumpy. Hold on. Hold on. I don't look good. Hold on. First, okay, next we got to go here. This is a different show. Okay, here we go. Everybody calm down. Hey, where did you go? Oh, that's not fair.
Do you see me?
No, you disappeared.
Do you see me?
No,
do you see me?
Hey, Wing One, what's up? Can
Do you see me?
Lex? No, I can't see you, but I'm not actually looking at us right
shit. Okay, hold on.
Screen thing is all bullshitty.
Hold on.
So,
oh no.
Oh, there you are. I totally
I was just with you. Hold on.
No, you're here.
Did you see me now?
Back. Yeah. Wing One says 3 seconds. What? 3 second delay. Oh, there we go. Alexis is back. I'm back. Wing One is there. I'm pretty sure I can go to a video editing screen. The volume is off this. Is everybody cool? Is everybody cool?
Everybody's cool, man.
Hey, Erica, what's up? So I'm going to go to a control screen. Everybody watch it. You guys, power. Here we go. Oh, I made it. Oh, there are people watching. Surprise, Sonny? Not really. All right.
I'm gonna try to watch it on the monitor over here.
Okay, 1 second. So hey guys, check this out. So I'm gonna pull up Alexis's Facebook group, and then we'll take it from there. Because I gotta, or maybe not. Oh shit, that's not a touch screen. Okay, here we go. So. All right, guys, check this out. So this over here, hey guys, Streaming Elements is in the house. Guys, this is Lexus's ALEX. All right, guys, this is Lexus's Facebook page. So this is what the action is. We have to, if anyone hasn't done it yet, please get out there. Oh no, am I frozen? Oh no, my thing is on pause. All right, whatever. Oh my God, I fell for it. I'm like, oh my God, fuck, I'm frozen. And I realized, no, it's all okay. Okay. All right, there we go, guys. Alexis's URL is at the top. It's pinned. Make sure everybody goes and subscribes to Alexis's stuff. Okay, so that's good. Let me just get this out of here. And we'll be back with the live stream. Oh, I made it. Oh, I have to wear this, don't I? Freak. So, I don't have to wear it. I like wearing it. All right.
You want to say hi?
Is that Kasa?
Nope, it's the other potato.
They're bottomless?
Yep. You wanted to say hi.
Wait, I can't see you. I'm on a delay here. I don't need any more. Well, I already know that, Sonny. Well, look at you. You look like a young gentleman. Holy smokes, your hair got so long. Well, you do. Holy crapola. What, did you get a job or something to make you like carry old lady's groceries back to the cabana?
He's quite dapper, huh?
Yeah. The video also has LinkedIn aisle.
Yeah.
You've always been stylish, Bear.
Yeah.
That's his Libra rising, right?
Yeah, you've always been stylish, man. It's pretty cool. Me, not so much. All right, what am I doing? We're live. Hey guys, welcome back.
All right, bye.
Okay, baby, cool.
Shut the door, baby.
Like you guys never seen me talk on the phone before. Fuck. What do you think I'm gonna say? Hey, how's that girl?
You
In
know
front
what,
of his
Sonny?
mom? It's like,
all Scorpios got a little diva in them, so it's all good.
you still dating that girl with the rich grandparents? You know what? Kid, what am I gonna do? Why would I drive you if she didn't have a hot mom? Like, what the fuck? You're not making it like anything in it for me. Like no, Lexus knows me a little bit. She knows I was saying, if you want to walk, I will walk with you. But it's 5 miles. It's going to take a while. But it's like, oh my God, but I ain't driving you nowhere.
Stops and does push-ups.
Yeah, unless you can stop and do some push-ups every red light. We're going to turn that light green. So like, anyways, for those who don't know, this is Lexus, guys. This is Lexus Hope.
Hi, guys.
Well, we're going to hang out with Lexus for a little bit. We're going to ask her a couple of questions. We're going to see what she's up to. We'll do some fun stuff. I don't think I actually believe it or not, I set the Zoom up to do, believe it or not, polls and questions.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't actually know how to do them. But I did set the toggle to on. Excuse me.
But you tried, God damn it.
Well, like I said, I set it up to do it. We don't know how.
Right.
No, I was able to toggle the switch. It's all cool. It's like, I'm not the art guy. Okay. Hey Annie, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, so let's start it off. So I want to accomplish a couple of things today in the video, guys. We're gonna be pretty chill today. I've been very busy, so I have slightly unprepared. But later on, we'll talk a little bit of astrology. We'll see what Alexis is up to these days, and then we want to get on to some of the stuff that we do on the channel. We want to, maybe Alexis will read some of your cards. She wants to do a giveaway later, but it depends on how many people are here. And what else do we have going on? And yeah, she might, if you ask her politely, she might read some of your cards. And we absolutely, at the end, we got to do our little thing where we discuss what the top 3, sexiest signs and all that kind of stuff are. All right, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. So Alexis, what's up? Hey, I'm staring over here now. The monitor looks okay. We look okay on the monitor. This Zoom is all right. It's just, you can't really control it as well as you would like to for broadcasting. As a fellow broadcaster, Alexis, I'm not sold on Zoom yet. This exact thing that we see, I could set this up in about 15 seconds. So I'm not entirely sold on it yet, but it is easy and convenient. And it just does look cute when it says Zoom, I guess. But whatever. Hey, Jules, what's up? I hope you're having an amazing day. All right, guys. And hey, Suzuki, what's going on? So this is Lexus. Hey, Alexis.
Hi,
Why
guys.
don't you introduce yourself and tell us what's going on?
What's up, guys? Well, mostly I'm an entrepreneur and an unusual creator is what I like to say, but I just like to do a lot of things online. I have a meme page that everyone really likes. It's really fun. That's Alexis Hope Thinks You're Dope. But I help run a lot of astrology groups where we just have a lot of fun and support each other. And I'm just a good homie of Sonny's, and I'm gonna be hopefully helping promote some of his future books that he's working on and some of his teaching lessons. And I know he's got a lot prepared, subscriptions and huge things. So I'm excited to.
Here, let's just take a moment, cross your fingers, and see. And I'll show everybody what your Facebook page looks like.
Okay, cool.
So this is Lexus's Facebook page, guys. I highly, highly recommend that everyone joins it. And oh my God, I have no idea. So here we go. Oh, that works okay. So here we go. Alexis Hope Thinks You're Dope. I think this is what we're looking at. This is us over here. It's in Facebook. I put the link in the Facebook. It's tagged to the, hey Rachel, what's up? So this is anyways, this is Alexis's page here on Facebook. So make sure everyone join. All right. Oh my God. Oh, this was today, right? Oh
That was about a month ago. Yeah, that was the Jay-Z one.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I didn't put, sorry, go ahead. No, I did a Chris Rock one. I put it in your group, but I didn't put it in mine.
Oh, I thought this was a
my,
Chris Rock one. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was up to you. You didn't put this in here? All right.
It's
cool.
on my page. It's on my actual Facebook page, but I didn't put it in my group. But I'll post that in the group. Everyone's liking that one. But
that is all cool. So what are you up to these days?
You know, a lot of entrepreneur stuff, dude. You know, like that's really what the group I have is about. You know, I've done a lot of mini business startups and just things I love to do. So the group I'm doing is really trying to help people kind of do more of what they love and, you know, what their authentic selves, you know, really wants to do. So I've ran businesses. I've started my own. I run my own Airbnb right now. You know, I've had a clothing boutique. I've just done a lot of stuff and I like to help other people kind of take charge of their life if they want to do that. And, you know, if they want to make money doing it, cool. But I just like to help people. That's really what I want to do. You know, I love consulting and using astrology to help people kind of find their path. You know, that really excites me. Like, I love to do that. I will do that all day, every day, you know.
Very cool. So what's the ultimate goal of what's the ultimate goal of what you're doing right now? What's the big dream at the end of the day?
I think my group is really to help people. You know, that's really what I want to do. You know, I have a lot of creative projects where I make money as an entrepreneur through Airbnb, through, you know, reading people's charts. I have bookings through that, consulting. But I've really learned how to take my skill and kind of make money for myself, which works for me. But I like helping other people too, just, you know, really doing what they love and having practical, you know, solutions to get there. But the group's really just to help people. I'm not monetizing it. I'm really not trying to make money off of it. I'm just really trying to be there for other people who want to make more time for them and their kids, or really, you know, really go for their creative projects. And, you know, I'll be releasing some creative projects myself too, and just sharing and being vulnerable. A lot of the creative projects I've been working on, aside from business, cool. You know, I feel like fifth house is creativity, which is also entrepreneurship. And I just feel like it goes hand in hand. You know, a lot is in the fifth house, I think, for that, but that's kind of my calling. I think fifth house and 11th house stuff is really huge, and networking people and expanding, you know, expanding people's connections and us all kind of supporting each other, really supporting each other.
That's great. So how did does the look at everybody talking. Hey, Kayla, what's up? and Angela in the place. K1's in here. Hey guys, what's up?
Thanks, K1.
There's so many coming back. Hey Rachel, what's going on? All right, guys. So and Wing1's obviously in the house. So how did astrology come into the whole deal? What's up with it? How did astrology, how are you piecing that into everything? Or is astrology leading the way, or is astrology ancillary, or like, is it like taking you into other directions? Is like a third arm? Is astrology like a third arm maybe? You know, that you could like reach for things everyone's like, what do you think?
You know what I think? I think what got me is like astrology just validated me. You know, I was not looking for it. I was managing a bar. I had a nice ranch house. I was renting. I was pretty happy. And I stumbled across Wonder Girl, who, you know, we're going to do stuff with y'all, you know, another amazing person like you. But I stumbled upon her video, like counting a cash drawer, something so mundane. And like just stuff she was saying was just like, I don't know, like I needed a little kind of glimmer of hope, and it just spoke to me. And then I had a reading with her. She, you know, she's a Gemini rising like you. You guys are great at teaching. And then, we became friends. I started working for her. Something told me to work for her. And we just became friends. And then I began learning. And one of my Airbnb people, you know, is who connected me with you, which was just amazing. And, you know, but I just think it validated. I think the one thing that was crazy is, you know, I'm a writer, But when I had my reading with
Mhm.
her, it's like the first reading ever, I never mentioned writing or songwriting. And, a whole hour later, the reading, I'm blurbing about everything else. And she was just
Yeah.
like, you're a writer. I don't know why you're not talking about this. And I was like, actually, I'm a certified songwriter. Yeah. And she was like, don't let those sit on the shelf, and it
Yeah,
just
very cool.
validated like the little girl in me who needed that like my whole life. Like,
Yeah.
and, years since I was a little girl, I've been writing and singing and performing in different groups. But that to me, without me saying anything and her being able to see that in my chart was like, it made me a believer and I became obsessed. And, just like like a lot of people I watch leave big careers to follow astrology. And
Yeah.
like, I look at it every day. It guides me, it makes sense to me. It just
Mhm.
it makes the world make sense to me, as ugly as it is. And as beautiful as it is, it makes the world make sense to me. And as an entrepreneur, you've validated that in me using my astrology chart. And sometimes
Mhm.
you need that. Sometimes, as confident as you are, you need that. And it takes people who can, like I say, read that ancient language, of destiny
Mhm.
and be able to help, reassure you and be a spiritual advisor, and I think that's a beautiful thing
Yeah.
too.
Have you ever um, have you ever come across something in your chart, like a real thing, like something's in your chart, uh, that explained something about you that you might have thought was there, but you never really knew was there? Like, did you find any hidden drama, hidden secrets, things to watch out for? Good stuff too. Like, did you ever find anything like that? Did it instead of in addition to validating, did it help open any anything inside of you?
I think the one thing that resonated the most with me or made the most sense was Pluto in my first house and the
Mm-hmm.
tumultuous life I had. Like that, it just it made sense, that she could see that in my chart, that other people have seen that. But I think even the 12th house sun makes so much sense. I'm such an extrovert, but kind of a hermit, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm so dual personalities, and it kind of validated, I don't want to say my quirkiness, but my moodiness for like, it being okay. Or if you're
Yeah,
raised
of course.
you know, raised a certain way to always have to care about everyone else, or, it's kind of nice to be like, I'm allowed to be alone by myself. But also being a Libra, wanting to be around people, but it really is
Yeah.
a DNA. It's like a personality test. It's like Myers-Briggs. It's like,
Yeah, yes, it's
the
not.
human. Yeah.
Sorry, go on. It's not as
No,
simple as people want to think, and it's not as it's a little more complicated. It's significantly more subtle. Um, most people don't have. Most people, although they have events which they definitely feel internally, and they play out a little bit in the world. Most people don't have charts that are like everybody's just got regular charts for the most part. But it's kind of interesting. So how are you using astrology these days?
sure. Oh my God. Like, I feel like it's a whole new level of faith. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm feeling, I look at my chart for today, the upcoming week, and it's kind of like I prepare myself, and I really, you've taught me more and more to follow Venus, and I
Yeah.
follow Venus,
Well,
and I
to my
anticipate Venus. But just like it might sound basic, but we've all been taught astrology from different angles, and sometimes it's like those basic things that really make the most sense, and even when I look at
Mhm.
a chart, a lot of it's basic and intuitive. Sometimes I can just look at a chart and it's intuitive, but just that I really use that when making decisions. I really do. I look at Venus, I look at Mars, I look at, I really look at those things and go, okay, does that align with what my intuition's saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it does. And I have to just not look at what's going on in the outer realm, and kind
Mhm.
of just trust, kind of like someone snuck you the papers for the test, and it's like, nah, man, I know it looks scary, but I got this, like it's kind of
Yeah.
like the heads up. It really is. And
Yeah. Well, the
really,
first thing when I was studying way back then, the first thing we did was we looked at, was the very first thing we did was we looked at chart patterns. It was the very first thing. And before, because you had to take time to actually learn the science, right? Like you learn what everything means, like your basic level of understanding. It takes a while to get to a basic level of conversational understanding. And so in the meantime, we used to, sorry, I'm banging the table with my leg here. So in the meantime, we used to look at the patterns in the chart, and we would interpret charts based on patterns and timing like that, you know, like it's a splat, like a wheel, or like teeter-totter thing and all that kind of stuff. That's the way we looked at it. And then down the line, it came, you know, you move into things. That's the way we did. Oh, I totally agree with you. And you have to use your intuition at the very beginning. And then you apply a systematic approach, right? Because you're doing it all the time. You just can't sit there and use your intuition and go, it takes forever. But with everything, everybody develops their own technique for doing things. So it's not really a big deal.
Right.
So,
but what I love is, like, I've always been a consultant in so many ways, you know, in positions I've been in, and I know it just helps me. Like now I'll even use that too if people are open to it, you know, so I can sit down with you, just business or, you know, whatever, as a personal coach. But if you also let me look at your chart, that shows me so much more, you know, like I can look at that and be like, hey, I really think you should do that, you know, for a living. I really think like, you know, and feel confident about it. And
you know, I
really
feel confident about it.
Yeah.
Find your way.
But you know,
Suzuki says that she's totally impressed that you're a musician as well. Suzuki, Alexis is an amazing musician. She's a singer-songwriter. She's a really, really good singer-songwriter. I should get you to sing a song, but that would put you on the spot next time. Unless I'm gonna order another
guitar, and I want to sing for you. I want to sing for you and your crew.
Yeah, we'll
totally.
I should have thought about that. I didn't like. I was just like, because you know, I don't make it. You know, if you were a dancer, I wouldn't say, "Well, can you dance? Draw me a picture." Like I would. Can you do some math for me? Like, well,
right.
No way. You're
actually
professor at university. Do math for me? That's fucking. I love that shit. No way. Yeah, do some math. Oh my god, you're a salesman? No way. Can you sell me something? No.
Let me get my glasses.
I love that shit. Oh yeah. Sell me something really expensive. Oh fuck, I love it. Tell me I can't return it. Oh fuck, I love it.
Oh god.
No, we'll get you to sing us a song next time.
Totally. No, I totally want to. That's something I want to do. But we're doing some really funny projects. I want to tell you, but I don't. But you'll love them. The kids, they're so funny. They're so great at helping me co-write. And some of the little mini productions we want to put out are just going to be hilarious. So
very, very cool. Oh,
yeah, they help co-write a lot of the scenes, and it's just, you're going to die.
Very cool. All right. So, Alexis, what do you think about? So when you approach let's ask you a different question. When you approach looking at an astrological chart, what jumps out at you first? Like, I know it's different with every chart, right? When you're using your intuition, but like, what are you like? Look, how do you approach it? Like, how would you approach it? What's going on?
I think I look at a few main things right away. You know, I definitely, of course, look at the rising and stuff, but I look at Jupiter, you know, Pluto, Saturn, the moon. I just, you know, obviously stelliums. But mostly I think probably because I'm ruled by Libra, I look at Venus, their natal Venus, and then, you know, kind of see what Venus is doing. You know, I always say it's kind of like Venus is going to different friends' houses, right? And all you need to know is which house Venus is at. Because why waste your time, right? Like, at least try to go over there. You know, Venus is there. She's going to be right there. So start planning to meet her there somehow. Kind of like you say, plant seeds, and then they'll develop. Hopefully the future you will get those, will reap that. And, you know, really a lot of that. Definitely Venus and their rising, just kind of, a lot of it pops out, you know. I'll look at the basics, but sometimes just intuitively, I'll just focus on one part of the chart and not know why, you know,
Yeah.
and then maybe later I'll look at it and I'll look at something else, you know, I don't want to say it's like you're channeling, but it is kind of like you're channeling, or if you're interpreting a
Sometimes, yeah.
language, you know, if you're tired one day, you might hear the language that way. And the next day, oh, I might look at it totally differently and be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even fucking see that. Even my own chart. People be like, oh, did you see that? I'm like, I didn't even fucking see that. Like, you know, and I think I love astrology because you're never going to get tired of learning. Like, it's endless. It's just this, like,
There's a lot to it, sincerely.
it's amazing. It's amazing. And this one chick I want to introduce you to and have her, you know, you guys connect. She does a lot of like other stuff that just makes you, there's so many dimensions, you know, and I feel like I love that I can just get lost in it until I die. And have, you know, it's so cool. You know, it's just something that I know it'll never get played out. It's just amazing. It's fascinating. And I've predicted, I've gotten loans approved, like following where the sun and Venus are. And, you know, sometimes it's kind of like when you know to ride the wave.
Well, that's what it is. You have to find out where it's coming from, or else you're going to be standing in the wrong spot, hoping for something that's not coming. It's that simple. Like, just like you said, if Venus is over there, well, then what are you doing over there? Like, what are you doing? Like I get if, like I understand why you would have to go over there. I totally get that, because like Mars might be there and you have to go do that, or something might take you away from something, or the nodes need attention, right? If you don't pay attention to the nodes, they will dissolve everything. And so, you know, there are things that pull you away from other places, or you have a strong desire to apply the moon, or say Pluto is compelling you to look in a certain direction, right? You're having an obsessive transit with Pluto or something. And so, you know, I can see how you can get, you can very easily get pulled away from your Venus. In addition to that, Venus can make you very lazy at times as well, right? If it's overstimulated, it can make you lazy. And so you have to stay, but at the same time, you see, and lazy is different than taking a break. So that's the deal. Or there's a possibility for a forced rest, right? Like Venus going through the sixth house, going to force a rest. It's going to give you a lot of time in your day. But in addition to that, Venus can bring in or herald or forecast some really negative things happening in your life as well. Like Venus, so like Venus in the seventh house is you could get divorced, right? Venus in the seventh house, you could get divorced. Venus in the fourth house, you could lose your house, you could move. You know, it's very, you know, one of it's pretty, you know, it's not all that it says. All right, what was that? So anyways, that's an interesting one. Hold on a sec. K1 is saying, what planets or things do you have an intense curiosity about? I always wondered what was on the other side of the moon, but I don't know that really counts. And so kind of always wondered which planet Pisces come from, but I'm pretty sure that's long in a galaxy far, far away. Go on, Alexis, what do you think? What planets or things do you have an intense curiosity about?
I'm a little, okay, I know it's a dwarf planet, not considered a planet, but to me, Pluto's a planet.
Yeah, Pluto's fine. You can say whatever you want.
Pluto, I don't know. I know this is really obsessive of me, but once I learned about Pluto, I was like, yeah, I relate to that a lot. You know, like I relate to Pluto a lot. And just burning shit to the ground, Phoenix rising from the ashes. But that, and I think Neptune, like it's in my third house. And it's like, just when I think I understand it, I don't fucking understand it.
With Neptune? You know? Yeah, Neptune's
a
little, it causes confusions. What is it? What is it specifically about? Like what part of Pluto's interpretation do you like the best? Like, what's most, you know, what resonates the most?
I think that it likes deep permanent change, you know, like it's a deep, you know what I'm saying? Like it is penetrating.
Changes, yeah, it really is. It really is.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like the deepest you can get deep. And I love that. And probably because Pluto's in my first house, like I've always kind of felt a little scorpionic, and I'm a Scorpio sun and rising, you know, progressed, but no, I've always kind of felt kind of intense and, you know, but it just, I don't know. I think that it's powerful and fearful. And I think if you look at your life, when you're teetering, a lot of times you're teetering on fear and power, you know, and it's such a fine line, you know, kind of between love and hate, between fear and power. And you can be fearful or you can use all that energy to be powerful, you know?
Of course.
And like, if I'm going to die, I might as well go all out, kind of that energy.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
You know, like, fuck it, we're all going to fucking burn to the ground, you know?
You might as well go crazy on the way out.
Let's go.
Oh man, Priestess is back in the house. Hold on, Priestess is back in the house.
What's up?
Okay, well, we have some questions here. So do you want to go on? So what do you think? Okay, so what do you think? Let's ask you what's going on with the Chris Rock thing. What do you think's going on with those guys? What do you think? Everybody knows what I think. What do you think?
Right. I think you know, Chris Rock's sun was like wedged right between Mars and Saturn, I think. Like it was just like, I don't know, both their charts, when you looked at their 11th house, you know, it's just it was aggression. And then Jada, I think I looked up Jada and Chris Rock specifically have like I forget what it is. It's like a Mars Pluto conjunction, or, you know, they got beef from the past too. Then I was looking at the South Node in Scorpio with Will Smith's Scorpio moon, and how I feel like it's almost like feelings from the past kind of were funneled through in that moment because they had a previous beef, you know. But yeah, where Chris Rock's sun was in conjunct, like was in between, I think, Mars and Saturn. And then just their suns opposing each other, you know what I mean? Then when you flipped their charts again, it was kind of the same thing. It's
pretty
yeah,
obvious. It's pretty easy.
And then I think, what is it? I think it was it Chris Rock's Mercury in his sun? But you could tell, we were talking about in one of our groups how something you said, Mercury, about someone Will Smith loved, Venus, caused him to act out, you know, and it just made sense how the planets were stacked. It was like telling a story, you know, it was just like once you looked at it, but still shocking, you know. And yeah, that's fine. And I need to look again at Uranus, but yeah, it was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, you're a Libra, so let me ask you a question. Oh, hey, Priestess, I don't think we're going to get a chance to do readings tonight, unless I do them after midnight, because we're going to be, unless Lexus wants to read your cards, but it's up to her. It's up to her. But but if you want, I'll come back after midnight if you want. All right. So hold on, so I got distracted. So again, about the Chris Rock thing, do you think, so what do you think the core cause is? Do you think it's going to happen again? Do you think it's a beef between the guys? Do you think it's a transit they were going through? Do you think they'll never talk again? Do you think it's going to be resolved? Someone said on the live stream that it was, I think it was Mike said on Pisces Tarot said on the live stream that Will Smith's a Libra, so all he needed was what's her name to give him the look, and then he would go do his thing. He's a Libra, right? Yeah, he's a Libra.
Yeah, he's a Libra.
Yeah, I should have looked at her chart, guys, but like we could have really seen what was going on. But like whatever, I'll look at it another day. Maybe. Yeah.
I definitely, you know, like I said, I know Jada, I forget whose, but it's hers or his, but her Mars and Chris Rock's Pluto's conjunct. Then when you look at Will's chart with Chris, you know, there's aggression, you know, there's aggression.
Yeah.
There's aggression. No matter which way you flip the chart, I kept flipping it in my chart, you know, flipping the transits, and you know, no matter which way I flipped it, it was like, you know, aggression. And Chiron was in one of their 12th house, like triggering thoughts from the past, you know, emotions from the past. Scorpio moon conjunct the South Node, you know, Sun of Libra opposing Aries, the Mars conjunct his sun, you know, there was just so much going on. And I forgot where Uranus was, but Uranus was doing something too. But it was all in 11th house and 10th house too. It's all public, you know, and Jupiter was opposite one of the alignments, you know, expanding it. But
you mean his Uranus?
I have to look again, but one of their Uranuses was, I want to say, opposite or making an aspect, but just the Mars and in public. But I don't know. It was definitely crazy, but very Aries, impulsive. I'm shocked because Chris Rock's in Aries rising, but I don't know. I think it was just an explosion of things, and it came out then. And I don't really think he knew how to react, honestly. And I think he just thought he was doing what was right. You could see, I forget, I can't pull my chart because I had it swapped, but you can see in Chris Rock's chart how something he says, Mercury, about someone Will loves, Venus in the 11th house in the public causes aggression. It's almost stacked,
You could see it coming.
Yeah. But it sucked. It was just a weird vibe, and I don't know. I don't know. Part of me is like, if that was like David Chappelle, would he have done that? I feel like he kind of took advantage of Rock to kind of not being like I don't know. I know Chris Rock started it. I do get that. And I get Will like defending too, but I just felt like, I don't know. It was a bit much.
No, Chris Rock was not the MC of the show. He's out of line. He's out of line. If I walked on that stage and I started talking like him, it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem after the show because most people have more class than Will Smith. But that would have been a problem. If the MC did it, the master of ceremonies did that, that's 100% fair game. And it's not even close to the line. He could have said really offensive shit to that lady and did. But again, he's a presenter, not an MC. And a presenter shouldn't be going off on shouldn't be cutting the audience. A presenter shouldn't cut the audience like that, or you're going to have a really hateful show. You're gonna have a fucked up show, right? You want the MC to be a little off color, but the presenters have to be completely kumbaya. It's the whole fucking juxtaposition which makes it work. But whatever, you guys can get my professional opinion another day. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. If everybody starts roasting, that's not high art. That's a hate fest in my book, anyways. But nothing wrong with the hate fest. But anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. All right.
I think it was a culmination. Yeah, I just think it was a culmination, and it kind of blew up. And I think Chris Rock said the wrong thing at the wrong time, or the wrong, illumination.
Yeah, it sounds to me like he did it on purpose as well. I get a feeling he was. I told you guys, Aqua's got to keep their shit together. I've been saying that for weeks. I said, Aquas, congratulations. All that shit behind the scene is now gone, except for the Pluto. So instead of having all the crazy shit behind the scenes, suddenly you're ready to fight back. So there you go. But and I said, Aquas, keep your shit together. And he clearly did not keep his shit together. Said, Aquas, keep your shit together. And Libras, watch out. Libra, Aries, watch out. But whatever, people are just people, right? And so, anyways, that's what I feel. That's the way I feel about it. What was that? Navi says not even that, but he pushed the joke. Did he really push the joke? It wasn't his position to presenter's job is not what would you think if instead of the presenter he was an award recipient? Or what if the award recipient walked up on stage and said the exact same thing that Chris Rock said? What would you expect? What if Will Smith won the award? What if he started saying, hey, you'd say, I think she looks good. I think that's it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
But anyways. Chris Rock was out of line, but Will Smith was completely classless. You got to learn to suck up to adversity in the moment, and that's the deal. All right, let's move on. Yeah. That's my 2 cents on that. So what do you guys? All right, so what's the next thing? What do you want to look at next, Lexis? Before I start asking you all of these questions.
I because I'm obsessed with Pluto, I do want to hear what you think about with Pluto going retrograde and then Mercury going retrograde right afterwards.
Sorry, Lexis, sorry. The question was, and I didn't read it to you. The question, and you, massive clarity right there. It was, what do you think? And Priestess, I'll come back on at 12:30 and I'll read your charts. I'll find out about that guy for you. Absolutely. 12:30, we'll be back on. 12:30 my time, 1:30 your time. All right, hold on. Hold on. The question was about retrogrades. Yeah. It was, oh my God. Okay, well, I don't entirely see it, but they were asking about retrogrades. What do you, so Alexis, how do you view retrograde planets? And then I'll tell you what I think of Pluto and stuff.
I mean, I think obviously they have a special purpose during that time to go retrograde. You know, I look at retrogrades like you're rewinding a movie or like a YouTube video. You know, you're going back, like we talk about, you're going back to the same degrees. Like you are, you know, fine-tooth combing back over and looking at the other side, you know what I mean, as it goes the other way. So I feel like, yeah, it's definitely a necessary time to see what you missed, you know, to see what you didn't get the first time around.
Yeah, I look at physical time as well, all right, like an actual calendar, and that the events happen in real life. But but they're marked out on the calendar. You don't live on a calendar. The calendar lives on your fridge. But your calendar says today's Monday, you got to go do something. And if you don't do it, then you don't do it. It's fine. But if you don't do it, there'll be, you know, stuff is going to happen. And the same thing happens astrologically. At that time, you know, you could do something or not do it. And that's the deal. Did you know when people are born, do you know how big of a difference? Say twins are born and they're born like, say, 10 minutes apart. If that 10 minutes creates 1 or say 2 degrees change in the ascendant, how long do you think, how many days of real lifetime do you think that would affect them on something really simple like a Jupiter aspecting the ascendant, which means that day they're going to be really lucky? Did you know that even though they were born about 10 minutes apart, they could have as much as 2 full weeks different in that transit of Jupiter hitting their ascendant? Which, why is that such a big deal, Sonny? Why would you fucking care about that? Well, 1, it's winning the lottery, which Sonny very much cares about. And 2, if there's no draw when Jupiter is hitting your ascendant, you're fucked the donkey time. And I'm not talking about the fun with the saddle one either. I'm talking, your brother just won the lottery 2 weeks ago. What's your problem? Well, you missed it. How are you going to be a sports icon if that Jupiter hits your thing and like there's no game? But 2 weeks ago when it hit your brother, your twin fucking brother's ascendant, even though he was born 10 minutes earlier, 5 minutes earlier, because you sleep, you know, that he's, you know, this, sure, you're good. Everything else is good. You guys train together. What do you do? Fascinating, isn't it? I'm not sure how I got onto that topic.
I've wondered that before because I know a few twins, and I've wondered that too. Like, and I'm like, they're so different. Or one's heterosexual, one's gay. You know, like, you know, there's things like that I'm like, okay, I wonder. And of course, he doesn't know his birth time for me to look, but you know, like little,
like simple thing, like the midheaven, like your career or your place in the world, or the angles of your chart. Those degrees, like the planets aren't going to change. So you can't bullshit me and say, oh, well, like, Sonny, there was a cloud in the sky. And so, like, okay, because you can't, or, oh, Sonny, oh, Sonny, you're not looking closely enough at the subtleties. Really? Why don't we try using a different type of no, like, you know, it's like I say with all of it, it's a lot less, it should be less subtle and more in your face. A lot of this subtle, even though, you know what I said earlier about the guys that that, you know, if it's a regular person, it's not really going to be that in your face in the chart, right? The chart's going to be significantly more subtle, but at the same time, a lot of stuff should be pretty obvious, you know. A lot of stuff should be pretty obvious. All right, that's my 2 cents. All right, so you, I know I'm asking you questions, but you wanted a question about something? You wanted to know about what I thought about Pluto?
Just with, I think, yeah, is it the end of April? I think that the Pluto goes retrograde, and then right after Mercury goes retrograde, and then I want to say something happens with the North Node, but I was just kind of looking ahead, like, you know, how to, well, you would say to prepare, you always prepare us for certain retrogrades, like, you know, like, how do we ride that wave?
Well, Pluto goes retrograde almost every year, doesn't it? And so it's gonna be tricky. It moves really slowly, and it's slow and it's painful. And so the thing is with the Pluto with so Pluto tends to do things whether you want to do it or not, right? It tends to happen. So but it's a little bit more immediate than, say, Saturn. If you don't do your Saturn, or like, say, the nodes, if you don't do Saturn, after a while, like if you don't upkeep the brakes on your car, they'll eventually wear out, and there will come a point where it's time to get new brakes, and that's Saturn, right? You keep doing it. It's slow, it's painful. All right, I got to check the oil. Fuck, I got to check the oil. Fuck, I got to check the oil. Every single time you got to check the oil, and if you don't check the oil, Saturn takes over and blows up your car. Right? That's the deal. Saturn, I got to do it every day, right? Every day. You got to do it every day. If I don't sit in the backyard and smoke cigarettes every day, it's not a day. It's just not a day. And so, and that's the deal. Yeah, if I don't go to the vortex with beer and make fun of hippies every single day, I don't go to the vortex and spill Doritos every day and maybe like fart and blame it on the vortex. So,
overeat, overhike.
If I don't overeat, overhike, and make a wrong turn that takes us 3.5 hours out of the way, and then make the kid walk all the way to. Anyways, so no. So Saturn takes continual hard work, right? You have to keep doing your Saturn. It's a torment. It sucks, but you kind of have to do it. Or it's going to take it away. Pluto tends to cause a more immediate problem as it cruises through. And what happens with the Pluto thing is there's a tendency to through act or omission, right? So whether you do it on purpose or you don't do it on purpose, you're still going to do it because it's you. It's not an accident. It's not Mars. Like Pluto wouldn't necessarily indicate a car accident, but it will definitely indicate a death, or it'll indicate, it'll indicate a problem. It might indicate a car accident or a death, but like it could also indicate going out and buying a new car, right? So that's the thing. You want to change your car. You're going to let your car die, buy a new car, right? That's Pluto. Right? That's not the worst thing. That doesn't mean an accident. Mars could indicate an accident and keeping your same old smashed up car, right? But with Pluto, if you get in an accident, you'll probably get a new one. So the good thing about Pluto is Pluto has the potential for upgrades. And that's the cool part about it. The problem is it tends to break things. That's the difference. Saturn tends to take things away. Pluto tends to break things. And there's a difference. You know, when something's taken away, it's gone. When something is broken, you can fix it. And that's kind of the difference. That's kind of the difference. You know, Pluto's going to break a relationship. It's going to take it, dissolve, it's going to get rid of it. And something else might end up where it once was, and something probably better. Saturn, on the other hand, would take that relationship away, or it would add a lot of frumpiness to the relationship. And then finally, the third big hole in the chart would be the nodes. And the south node, the south node would definitely cause some problem. Like either node is like a hole in your chart with a silver lining around it. And you constantly have to keep working the nodes. If you don't take care of the nodes, that event will fall through the node and disappear because it's an eclipse. An eclipse, I know people are like eclipse, change, eclipse, change, eclipse, change. Really? Not in the English language. Eclipse means astrologically, it's going to bring darkness. Eclipse is to pass in front of something. You're riding in a bike and you eclipse someone, you go past them. And so the nodes are like this hole, right? And it covers, the nodes are strong enough to block out every single light in the sky. So you keep that in mind. The nodes are as strong as the sun and the moon because the nodes literally will block out the sun from the sky. And so the nodes are always dissolved, you know, they're always dissolved. It's always the blah, blah. So if you don't constantly do the nodes, what's there will disappear. And it's the craziest thing. So the nodes are always dissolving, and they're always dissolving, and you're trying to put it back together, but you're usually successful where the nodes are concerned, but there's always going to be a problem. And the north node is something that there's a potential to aspire towards. It can be some of your hopes and dreams are in the north node, something you kind of want, which a little take for granted, but kind of want. The take for granted part is usually a Pluto thing, but a little take for granted is the north node because you kind of expect it to happen, but unless you really do it, it's not going to happen because it's a hole, right? So those are the kind of things. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on that stuff. All right, enough. These guys have already seen me listen to me talk this shit out all this stuff. Rocktober wants to know if you have seen a UFO or anything crazy out in the desert.
No.
What? She saw me sleeping on her couch. That was pretty
I've seen
fucking
tons
weird.
of shooting stars. No, I wish. I'm sorry, Rocktober. No, just a lot of shooting stars and beautiful desert skies. Wah, wah.
She saw me get my ass kicked by a praying mantis twice.
I think you kicked its ass, actually.
Well, it's training. I knew he was coming back for more.
I have a question for you, Sonny. What is an activator? Oh, let's see. What's an activator of fame?
What's going to activate fame?
What's an activator of fame? Like, are there are there certain activations that happen? Is it in a progress chart? Is it numerous? You know, what would you say if someone asked you that?
Well, an activator is different than everything else you're talking about. You're talking about an activator, which for the most part is a transiting planet or a progressed planet. It's what it usually is. And you're asking about what happens when one of these activating planets, and they're going to activate it in different ways. And everybody's chart is different. So the ruler of the 8th house could be one of the activator planets, depending if it's strong, like Mars in Capricorn in the 8th house is pretty strong Mars. And so, you know, Mars in Cancer or the moon in Scorpio in the 8th house, it's very weak moon. that would bring death. You know, moon in Pisces, say, or moon in Taurus, on the other hand, in the 8th house, might be a doctor, right? So it's different. There might be a healing person. So it depends on the strength of the situation. But that, as it transits through, could activate death. And we would call that one of the killing planets in the chart, right? So the activators have names. So a planet could come along for timing and activate something like a wedding, or could activate a time to get pregnant. But you can't activate something that's not in your chart. So the other part of your question has to do with natal placements, right? And then the activator comes in and acts against the natal placements. But progress chart, and so there are different types of activators. Transits are activators. Progressions are activators for damn sure. Damn sure progress charts are activators. Relocation can be, the relocation, the planets relocated will activate certain things depending on if they aspect it. So it's a lot of activators. I think what you're asking are there placements in a chart where a person will find that they'll be predisposed to be really famous, and then you're going to see the activator is going to tell you when you're going to become famous, right? So like all that stuff, let's say between Will Smith and Chris Rock, I'm finding out is there. It doesn't mean they're going to get into a fist fight or ever even meet each other in person, right? So, but let's stick with activators, because saying never meet each other in person could happen in a chart just by aspects, not by transit. But we saw how the transiting aspects activated that tension that Will Smith is going through right now, right? It activated Chris Rock to be mouthy in public. He didn't have to do that. He actually shouldn't do it. And no one told him to do it. Like, it was not what he was hired to do. And so, like, Chris Rock is Chris Rock, but he's no Andrew Dice Clay. He's not supposed to be an asshole. And so, but like, anyways, that's what I say. And that's what I say. But to be famous in charts, you see, there are a lot of famous people who don't have 11th house placements. And there are a lot of athletes who don't have like Venus conjunct Mars, that they just don't have those things. Usually to become famous, right? And when we also look, there's a chart that a type of chart that SLC and I calling a fame chart, where the planets are really close to each other. And there's a conjunct, like it's a real intense aspect of energy. And so I think to be famous, that's a person who has a really strong energy in their chart, somewhere in their chart, which is going to push them to do things. And that's generally what it is. And those people tend to become very famous. Like LeBron James is very famous. He doesn't really have all his stuff is 6th house based, 6th house, maybe 8th house based, making money with other people and stuff. But he's the most famous basketball player in the world, So those kind of things like that. And so for fame, I look at lighting up certain things. I look at the obvious things, of course, like obviously you want a hot 11th house. Obviously you want, it depends where you want to be famous or how you want to be famous. But I look at, maybe people talking about them. You want a little bit of that for fame. You want to be good at what you do. Why people are talking about them. That's what I look for. You definitely want some Jupiter involved, right? To make it really big. Like you have your North Node and Jupiter in the 11th house. That should lead you to be very famous. But there's a problem with that. And the problem is the North Node, once again, is a hole. right? So Jupiter is not. Jupiter very much is not. Jupiter leads to great success. So Jupiter, you could have filling up that hole, right? Where it would normally open and dissolve. And so what would normally happen with the North Node there is potential for a tremendous amount of success, the type that we take for granted because it's the North Node, it's not grounded, it just seems to always be, okay, whatever. And then like, it like gets all fucked up. It usually gets fucked up because of you get taken away from it. We could say neglect, but the reality is life happens sometimes and we get taken away. But that's what I would say. I mean, that's what your chart says. And I think that's what even though your son's in the 12th house, you could still be famous. It's not a big deal. All right, next. Oh, wait, look, Naz says, even if you have the 11th house placement, you need to be activated and you don't know what other planet transit will activate. That's right, Naz, right. She says, even if you have the 11th house placements, well, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So on one hand, you have placements, and on the other hand, you have to activate the placements. And with everyone, all of these little things will activate it a little differently. I hope that helped. Yeah, this is I went on and on a little blood. The answer is Jupiter in the 11th house. But
Right.
maybe. Right. Yeah, if you don't have it, it doesn't mean like it's just, there are ways to, there are ways around it. And you could hook up with other people who can make your chart who could make you really famous. Being with other people can make you famous as part of your group or association. It's a reality. It's there. All right, next. Nuts, blah, blah, blah. You guys ask me a question. I do long-winded answers. What the fuck?
Well, I was asking, I'm following this chick who's really dope, and she talks about like your solar return and what planets at the top of your chart during your solar return, and like when your progressed moon conjunct your progressed north node, like she just gets in all these really cool scenarios, which made me think more and more. Like I was telling you, I messaged you about a few famous people, and I was looking at their charts because they coincide to kind of see, okay, and I want to look at their progressed and overlap them and just see, like you've covered some YouTubers and stuff. I just think it's really cool. If I could look at a few people like I was telling you about and just kind of pinpoint it just for fun, even just to like be like, oh, I see it.
Yeah, well, progress chart is okay. Progress is pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. I use it for a very specific thing when I'm looking for something. Like I use the progress chart for looking for seasons, very specific seasons in a person's life is how I use it. So I use it. Stuff for mental health and all that stuff. I see it in. For the other stuff that most you would use it, I don't really need a progress chart to see it. I can see it using a regular chart. Like mental health is an easy one. You're going to see in a progress chart, especially if a child gets diagnosed, that's going to show up fairly quickly early on in a progression, right? Because it's like you don't really need it to go that far. So that's going to show up pretty quickly. But you might be warned of something like that in just a regular natal chart as well. Although the progress chart it's more along the lines of telling you when something is going to happen. It's really accurate for timing certain things in certain seasons. Progress charts are really accurate, but like I said, you gotta know what you're looking for. Otherwise, it gets a little bit bullshitty. But it's not. But it's accurate. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, I use it for seasons of love. And for me, I tend to look at Venus transits for seasons of love. And so that's where I would use a progress chart mostly. That's how I use it. That's what people ask me for. But if I was looking at something different.
Like when you're looking at a progress chart for a season of love, what do you look for?
Well, you have to look for aspects too. You have to look for your love aspects. So imagine that you're looking at So aspects don't change, right? A planet in the sky is a planet in the sky. It's not really that big a deal. So when you're looking at an aspect, you're looking at, you would look at the same aspects that you would look at in a compatibility reading, similar aspects, that not the same, but you would look at similar aspects that you would look at in a compatibility reading, and you would apply those, except it's one person as they're evolving. And that's how you do it. So what are some, so let me ask you, when you're looking at compatibility charts, what are the top 3 aspects that you look for? Oh, anyways, so that's how I do it using a using the progress chart. Some people look at their progress charts for fun and saying, they've progressed into this kind of experience, and they're going to present themselves more along these themes in life. And some people do that with the progress chart. Some people can become more extroverted as they age. Some people can be more conservative and reclusive as they age. It's really simple. Like if you're going to progress from Cancer into Leo, that's someone who's stereotypically shy into someone who's more outgoing. You grow into that. Or it could go the other way around. Sagittarius is a very outgoing person and they progress into a Capricorn. It's a very shy person. It goes in, not shy, but a reserved person. It goes in both directions depending on what's happening. And I use the progress chart for, and that's how I use it. So on one hand, that's not how I really use it. That's how I use it for fun. And sometimes if I do a progressed reading, they want to say, oh, what am I like now? And then we might do that. But I don't really use it for that unless we're sitting around and having fun. I use it for timing of seasons. And you'll get things like Venus aspects, you'll get Mars aspects. And you should be able to look at an astrological chart and knowing the speeds of the planets, this is a pretty obvious thing. You should be able to guess if something good is going to happen and something bad is going to happen just by looking at it and when it's going to happen. The thing you won't know by looking at a chart is just get like, because I can look at a chart and guess like, oh, in 3 years, Venus is going to move a couple of degrees. Oh, in 3 years, Mars is going to move a couple of degrees. 3 years, Jupiter's going to do it. But what you're not going to know is if in those, say, 5-10 years of the progressed, down, Dougie, down, in that progressed time, if any of the planets are going to go retrograde and for how long they're going to go retrograde. Because if a progressed planet goes retrograde, it's going to back way the fuck before you were even born. And you might spend your entire life with you might be born with a Venus, a regular Venus, or regular anything for that matter. And you might live a good 30 years of your life, like with a retrograde Venus, and you wouldn't even know. And so, these things are important. You might spend your entire life chasing love, not feeling love, or you might spend your entire life feeling, you might lose a love, right? Say you have one of your seasons for love is when you're like 18, or say 16. You meet someone at 16, and then it transits out, and you guys go your own way. And then that planet goes retrograde, it progresses retrograde, and like 15 years later, it comes back and you have the same progression. It's a retrograde, right? It's coming back. You guys hook up again. At 15 years is not a long time. That's only 2 weeks in astrology. So like I said again with those, the twins, that 2 weeks in astrology that really fucked that guy's life up was only 5-6 minutes of real life time. Pretty fucking wild, huh? All right, enough. So what are your here we go, asking Alexis now, what are your top 3 aspects for love?
Like when looking at someone's chart? Well, I mean, I want to look at their 7th house ruler, obviously, where that's at for them. But my aspects. Oh, what I like in someone? What do you mean? What do you mean? What I
Oh
like
no,
in
what would
somebody?
you look for when you're looking for a compatibility chart? What do you look for in compatibility?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I really like a Venus, a Venus Leo. You know, I've got Mars Leo. And
oh no, not like that.
what do they mean? What are they saying? Like
Don't
when I'm
tell
looking
that
at a
it's
chart,
like,
when I'm
stop.
comparing
That's
people.
personal. We talk about that when we're having a drink. and I'll be like, yeah, I love my crap. I know. And you'll be like, Sonny, you're going back to her, aren't you? And I'll be like, yeah, yeah, even though I shut my mouth like that, you know damn well she never believed in any fucking planet that I kept my mouth shut for more than 5 seconds. See the, oh, you probably blabbed the fuck out of that.
Oh shit.
Anyways, let's get back to the question. What I mean is, so
in a chart, in a compatibility chart.
yeah, because like everybody's different,
that's what
right?
I started saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I know everybody's different. I look at the moon first because that's the thing for me, and I look at that stuff. But you don't have to. Like a lot of people, you could look at whatever you want. So I'm just curious. What are your top 3 things? What are your top 3 things?
Yeah, I do. I like to look at like moon, Venus. You know, moon, Venus aspects. I like to look at Venus, Mars aspects. Like,
oh, right, and why? And why? So your top 3 and why? You still there? Did I wreck the thing?
Okay, there we are. Okay.
Oh no, Alexis, you're frozen. We're frozen.
It came back.
Oh, it's back. Sorry.
Okay.
That's like 5 minutes behind. I don't know why I looked at it.
Right. I'm slow anyways. It's okay.
It's all cool. And Naya had some interesting things to say. She said interesting things. But anyways, go on. You were saying? Oh no, Alexis. It's okay, Alexis will be back because I'm just chilling at. I'm not going anywhere.
I know. Did I come back?
Almost.
Okay, let's see.
Oh no. Oh, there you are.
Did I come back?
Yeah, you're great. But the screen is not, but our broadcast is not. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're back.
Okay. I think I got too far from the Wi-Fi. I'm in the Airbnb room. It's kind of far away from the other part of the house.
That's okay. All right. All right, go ahead. Let's hear it again. Sorry, Alexis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at compatibility, yeah, moon and Venus aspects, Mars and Venus aspects. Yeah, I mean, I can even look back at when I got married, our aspects, you know, we had Venus conjunct Mars, Venus opposite Mars. That's always strong. Jupiter, a good placement, you know, a good aspect to Jupiter, Saturn with Venus or the moon, sometimes the ascendant, you know, and then sometimes it's just like, damn, sometimes you just see it. Like sometimes you're searching, you know, and you're like, could this not, you know what I mean? And then sometimes you just see it and you're like, yeah or no, you know, but sometimes it's just like, oh, damn, yes. And it depends, like you said, it's what you're looking for. Like, you know, do you want a rich guy? Okay. Do you want a sweet guy? Okay. Do you want a strong guy? You know, it's really, you can look at that too. And what do you want out of something, you know, at the moment? And it's, you know, compatibility and commitment are different things also, you know, so,
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
You're looking at all those things, you know, and romance and friendship, you know. A lot of my friends have like specific placements and it always seems to mesh, you know, and you can't help but know, yeah, that's because my placements.
Check it out. Naya's saying she likes some Pluto Venus as well, but she's that's a little bit on the obsessive side.
I do too, Nia. I do too. I'm a Pluto conjunct Venus. I love to be obsessed.
That's funny. You guys are just making me laugh.
Yeah.
All right, next. Let's pull up the other one. So that's that. So, okay. So what's your 3 least favorite signs?
Ooh, me? Like
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to flow great with Aries, but a lot of times we don't mesh good. It just depends. They're not my least favorite sign though. They're just really gruff but I feel like I can learn something from them. But I feel like Aquarius, I grew up with Aquarius and I love them and we hit it off, but like even though we're air signs and we pop it off and stuff, sometimes there's just this I don't know, I'm depending on probably my family members, but Aquarius and I, we get along, we're friends, but as far as like spending time with them, I can't do it a lot.
Is it like a Will Smith, Chris Rock thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I think because I grew up with a bunch of them, I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. Yeah, that Pisces can go. I used to adore them, and I've got a child who's a Pisces and friends, but I love y'all, but they play the victim when they're the fucking aggressor.
Oh, I'm not commenting on anything. I'm listening to you.
So I like
all zodiac signs.
We mesh and stuff, but
stupid.
like, yeah. And we love to clown, like, you know, besides my group, like I'm a part of other astrology groups. We love to just clown on each other, but I don't know that's least favorite, but just least compatible, you know, and you know me, like sometimes I like the signs that square me, you know. It's just
with everybody.
Yeah. It just, and to me, just who vibes good with your energy, you know. I like Capricorns because I got daddy issues, but like you told me, they square me and I need to stop.
Well, that's the problem. You gotta stop.
I know.
It's okay. I don't think that squares are that bad of a problem, to be quite honest. A Libra and a Capricorn, it's not so weird to see signs that are square each other really falling for each other, because Libra by definition should fall for Capricorn's stick. they should. And you know, Capricorn wants you know, a real social, like good, you know, someone who's really good talking to people on their arm. Like it makes perfect sense. Except the Capricorn is completely controlling, and you know, Libra does whatever the hell they want. So you'd think it would be really good, but it's not. You would think it would really work, but it's kind of.
Isn't it because we're always both turning a corner? Like we're just always like turning a corner. We're cardinal signs. Like you said, you can't support one another. Like when we're both always changing shit and starting shit, it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, well, squares don't support each other, right? Like they could try, but the energy isn't really there. Like Capricorn and Cancers kind of do things alone, and Libras and believe it or not, Aries, they don't. Those guys don't do things by themselves. And Aries by themselves is absolutely pointless. There's no unless they so, compete with themselves. That would be a Scorpio. So yeah. So that's
the
what
babies.
I think.
They need uppers. They need uppers.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's what I think. All right, who do you think the three smartest signs are? It's a good one. Who do you think?
Well, I know Aquarius have the biggest heads.
One of the biggest heads.
Oh shit! I love you, priestess.
What did she say? Oh, I'm not even watching the chat. I'm just looking at the question.
She said she's unfriending me right now. Hey.
Oh, you said Aquarius. Oh, she's a Pisces.
And
the Pisces stuff.
But we're hitting the liquor store together, girl. I mean.
Oh my God. Oh, Noodles said Leos can be rough as well. Oh my God. I think
Leos can be rough, and I'm a Jupiter Leo. Leos can be rough.
And Noodles is a Scorpio.
You need to ask my favorite sign. See, Scorpio, Gemini.
What favorite sign? There's such a thing. I try not to pick favorites.
I just mesh well. I always get along with Gemini and Scorpios. Always.
Oh, definitely. Let's go back to it. Okay. Jalen says me. That's not exactly the same.
Me.
All right, go back.
Oh,
what are your?
That's code for Leo. Me.
Oh my God, it is. She's not a Leo. She's not, I think Casey's a
Oh, shit.
Sagittarius. What's your 3 favorite signs, Savannah, get?
My favorite 3 signs? Scorpio for
once
sure.
again.
Those are my ride or dies. Gemini.
Oh, sorry. Wait a second. My bad. We're asking with the 3 smartest signs. I'm getting confused.
Smartest.
Definitely not Scorpio. Yeah. What are the 3 smartest signs?
I think Aquarius rules the higher mind, right? And I
don't think so. I don't think so, but I know a lot of people say that.
Well, my first thing would be Sagittarius, because that's higher learning. And then Gemini knows a lot about a lot. Sag, Gemini, smart, intellect. I know Taurus remembers a lot, but my first go-to Sagittarius.
Cool.
Gemini, and I'm torn between Taurus and Aquarius. I don't know. I think Aquarius just think they know everything.
Yeah,
Go ahead, unfriend me, priestess. I'll friend you back.
I have no comment on that. I have no comment. Well, you guys all know that all of the signs can be quite any sign. It's not really, it boils down to a little bit more than just the sign. The sign's kind of how everything is colored, but it's really funny. So, all right. So those are your 3 smartest signs. What other questions? Do you remember the other questions I asked? Let's go back to it here. 3. Okay, so who are the 3 sexiest signs? What?
Who do you think, Sonny? Who do you think's the 3 sexiest signs?
Oh, that's easy. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. It's easiest. It's easy. It always has been and always will be. Yeah, that's who I think.
Sexiest. I think I'm gonna say, sexiest. That's a tie. I'm gonna say, Scorpio, Libra, and Taurus. I mean, Scorpio's the rules the house of sex, and the 2 Venus ruled ones.
Yeah, I think those are great answers. I think those are great answers. Why not? Yeah, why not? Like I'm a fan of the Venus signs.
Right. And maybe Aries too, because they got Mars. Mars is sexy, so we'll throw him in his 4th. He's too impulsive, but he gets 4th place. Scorpio wins it over him.
Yeah, well, Aries they're okay. They get a little.
Because they're masculine too. They got the sexiness too, but Scorpio rules sex,
Yeah, well, Scorpio can't really. I don't know. It's okay. Aries is all right. They're all right. I don't really dislike any of this. I don't really like or dislike any of the signs. They're all the same to me. Really, everybody is weird in their own kind of way. Some things I don't like. Like I don't like that. I don't like signs that are overly time wasting. Right? They're disruptive for the sake of being disruptive. And there are a lot of signs that can do that. They disruptive for the sake of doing it. Like they don't have anything else going on, so they go cause shit. And so, but not in a fun way. Okay, not in a fun way. That maybe not be the right way. More along the lines, I don't like people who can't keep up and they try and hold you back. I find that's a problem. I really don't like that. And so and I don't really do much but go for a walk or sit and read books. So it really takes a real fucking slow motherfucker to hold me back. Because I'm pretty slow. You see me wait all for hours for the kid. I plan it like hours in advance to get the kids moving. Like, all right, we're gonna go for a walk tomorrow afternoon. And so, well, you've seen me do it. We're going to take the kid for a walk tomorrow afternoon.
Right.
That means.
At Mars hour.
At Mars hour. That means get ready. You start getting ready. I'll do the dishes. Don't worry about it.
We hydrate hour.
Yeah.
And
that's it. So,
We gamble at gambling hour.
Gambling. Yeah, I know, really. It's actually, what do you think of those planetary hour stuff? What's your vibe on your take on the planetary hours stuff that I kind of follow every once in a while?
Yeah, I feel that. Like, I've done the days before, but like the hour, I feel that. But I'm a real reclusive. Like, I'm really flowing into my sun now. Like, I like to be alone. I like those alone times in the morning. And then I get going. And I think of a lot of when you were here, it was like, all right, let's get going. But I like that kind of, it's like the recharge time, battery time. And then the battery's ready and go. But I like that. I feel like
as a Libra moon, she's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. With Venus doesn't like being rushed. People joke about Taurus, but Libras, like you say too, like I got a lazy stellium.
What's the point? They're not gonna be
Don't rush me. You want a Libra mad or a Taurus mad? Rush them. Rush a Venus ruled fucking person. We don't like it.
Yeah, you have to pause. Like you just have to plan for it. If these guys want to know what your sign is, Lexus, Knight of Cups wants to know what your sign is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a Libra stellium. Libra ascendant, Libra sun in the 12th house, but Libra ascendant, Venus, Pluto, Mercury. Yeah, I'm a Libra sun and then a Sag moon. So it balances out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Leo Mars. I like funny guys.
Oh, actually, Lexus, I'll pull your chart up right here. I should have done that. It's right here. It's so cool.
Yeah. But like astrology and the 12th house placements, like that's helped me the most. Kind of just be okay with being alone with my thoughts too, and like enjoying my own thoughts and, like to be validated that it's okay to like just go alone and be in your imagination world,
Yeah, of course. Check it out. Libra's Rocktober is the Libra and he's going Aquarius crazy. Because Rocktober goes crazy.
He goes crazy. He likes the air signs, that trine.
Yeah.
We always crack up. Like every Aquarius and Gemini, like I'm married to Gemini. Gemini and I, we never have beef. Like me and Gemini, we kick it all day. But I think it's that air sign playfulness. We kind of, it's like you speak a language. You're a Gemini rising. It's kind of like, haha is a language.
Yeah, of course. So what would you say if you were looking at your chart? If you were going to analyze, you want me to put the transits up or just leave it like this for now?
Whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot going on in my 5th house right now, which is just like activating my like passion projects and stuff. But yeah.
Oh, you should be lucky and creative right now. Let's put the transits up.
Yeah, I'm putting a lot of energy into like all my creative projects, which 5th house covers a lot, but like I said, I do the screenwriting and then the songwriting. So I've got like the real hardcore entertainment part of my 5th house. Then I've got my entrepreneur side, which is the Airbnb and consulting and helping other Airbnb, but
so what do you see happening coming up for you?
Well, what I see a lot of hard work in 5th house placements because I have, oh, here it is. I'm looking at my other screen. Yeah. I see a lot of ease and love in my 5th house. The 5th house to me is huge. It's kind of like Neptune. It covers a lot, but I've been doing so much with the kids.
Really?
Much with the kids. We've been taking off little mini trips, taking them to eat, and I'm kind of just not really caring. I'm just kind of like spending money on them. They're acting up a little too with Mars, but it's like I'm always giving
teenagers.
them.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but we're having fun, and then a lot of creative projects like the Airbnb, looking to expand that and rent out another room here, and then my just creative projects like the songwriting and releasing some of that. The kids and I've been working on a show for a while that we want to release. So I see all that, you know, with Venus in the 5th house, we're having a lot of fun with that, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and then Saturn hard work we're putting in. But yeah, I just, and then, you know, well, we're looking for a new place, as you know, but just all that stuff. And then 6th house, my daily routines, I've gotten a lot of new clients, you know, besides my Airbnb. I clean other luxury Airbnbs, which is great, you know, so I've been getting a lot of clients there. My 6th house, yeah, and I've been wanting to be around water, which is funny, you know, Jupiter and Neptune and Pisces, you know, in the 6th house, we've been trying to go and be by water a lot.
Cool.
But yeah, it's funny how you anticipate astrology, but when you actually like see it playing out, it's funny. You know, you always kind of think, you know, what you think it's going to look like when you're kind of predicting. And then when you're actually in it, it's like, oh, I remember 2 months ago when I was kind of wondering what this month was going to be like, you know. But yeah, and I'm investing a lot, which is 5th house, like gambling. I'm investing, which I'm usually not this ballsy, and I've really been aggressive in investing in multiple stocks.
Really? One sec. I'm switching this up. I'm putting your screen. I want to show you guys something. What's present? Yeah, investing is good. It's speculating, right? It's gambling. Investing is gambling, and your 5th house is stacked right. It's full right now. So I could imagine you'd be investing a lot, investing, gambling, taking chances. Watch out for problems with the kids, right? The entire thing like that.
I know, I'm scared. I've been like on edge with them, like especially around that first week of April. Like I'm like, you know, not let them leave the house. Like I'm just like, oh, you know, Bear, God, he's Mr. Concussion. Like Jesus, he makes me so nervous. That kid is crazy. And he's skateboarding.
Hey, oh wait, it's right here. Let's put this right here so I can see you. So here's what I think. I think you have to watch out. You specifically have to watch out. So we're going to find here on April 3rd, you're going to see your Uranus is going to come into contact with your Chiron here in your 8th house. This is going to cause some kind of illness. It's going to attract an unexpected illness. It's going to be a pain. It's going to be tricky. It might be an unexpected expense, right? Like money leaving kind of thing. But it's going to cause a little bit of a tricky situation. It's going to be unexpected. It's going to be a little bit weird. It could affect your money, right? It could very easily affect your money because it's going to come into contact with Venus there. And that's what you got to watch out for. And then a day later, right? And then a day later, this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad, but it's going to be emotional and it might be expensive. And then a day or so later, you have to watch out because Mars is going to conjunct Saturn over here in your 5th house. So that might cause a problem with the kids right around the first week of April. And 22 degrees or so, you don't really have a lot around 22 degrees. So you're probably going to survive everything fairly unscathed. But I think the kids are going to have a little bit of problem. And I think money and shared resources and maybe your health is going to be a bit of a problem, right? Because you already know when this happens up here, you have to watch yourself. That's what I think. That's what I think. On the other hand, your kid should be making money right now. Look, Venus is in the 5th house. Your kid should be making money, or you should be making money from your kids. It's pretty cool. Or you should be meeting somebody right now. Maybe you're meeting somebody new in the dating game, right? So, or a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe you met somebody.
You said the Mars conjunct Saturn can take the kids away, but isn't Saturn restricting? Like
Saturn all by itself will take away. Saturn takes it away. They take it right out of your chart. Well, Saturn restricts, right? It's going to take it away. Saturn takes it away. And so, but it also adds hard work and discipline. The problem is Saturn, when you have Saturn conjunct Mars, it more often than not, it's going to lead to something negative wherever it is in the chart because there's frustration, right? You get frustrated. Saturn holds it back and Mars wants to move it forward. It's like opposite. It's like, they can have similar effects, but they're kind of a little bit different things.
So does that
Maya
mean that
says,
could be
hold on,
bad?
Maya says it enters March. Oh, next year it enters March. Sorry, you go on?
Oh no, because I'm gambling. Could that be bad? Like something bad happens when Mars conjunct Saturn in the fifth house? Like you said, something's coming up, like unexpected resources. I know can go like bad or good, but like, do I need to be worried about stocks because of Mars conjunct Saturn in the fifth house and Uranus in the eighth house?
Maybe. Right? The world is at war. There's runaway inflation. You know, they just devalued sanctions, world sanctions. The cost of oil is the highest it's ever been. And inflation is ridiculously high. It's a really bad, you have to be really careful on what you invest your money in right now because the stock market's going to collapse. But some things aren't going to collapse. Like if the war continues, then the price of oil will continue to rise. If the war stops, then the price of oil will probably restore back. And it's usually a sharp drop. A separating aspect is a sharp drop. And we know that this right here astrologically is increasing the price of oil. And it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time, actually. But it does line up somewhat with the price of oil charts. So the question is, what's going to happen in the world when Jupiter goes past Neptune? Right? Is there going to be a huge drop in the price of oil, as I'm speculating? Or is oil going to continue on up for a little while? You know, buoyed with enthusiasm, right? Because Jupiter is still hanging out in Pisces. Those are all questions. Now, here's another question. What in the world can happen that'll cause the price of oil to drop? All right. So what are some things in the oil? Because if the price of oil drops, that'll, that should slow down inflation, and the stock market's not going to die as quickly. And so the cost of business will decrease if the cost of oil goes down. So like, what's going to happen? Like because we also know this is coming as well. So what's going to happen? Like if Russia nukes Ukraine, that's probably really bad for oil. That's probably really bad for the price of oil. And so if Putin dies, that might be good for the price of oil. If the war in Ukraine ends with a favorable Ukraine settlement and Russia opening the pipe back up to Ukraine, that would dramatically drop the price of oil. Right? So if you think the war is going to continue, you might continue buying oil, but it's pretty close. And I actually think it's got a spike coming to it. But that's my 2 cents on that. Sorry, Alexis, I get long-winded when I start talking.
That's cool. No, I want to hear that. Yeah.
But that's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen with the stock market and the economy right now. Anyways, you might make a lot of money. Watch this. So you miss the aspects to the ascendant, which is not really that big of a deal. But your Venus is in the 5th house, and it's going to hook up with the South Node soon. And when it does that, maybe you're going to make some money in creative project, right? Or maybe you're going to meet someone new in love, or maybe things are really going to work out. If I were you, I would bank on this, and I would bank on it every year as well, right? Because this stuff is moved on, right? Like this is going to affect your life. This is going to affect your day-to-day life. You're probably going to get a dream place, right? I predict when Jupiter crosses Neptune, you're going to move into a dream place. Here we go.
Please.
And that's going to happen, or maybe not. April 10th, maybe not. But that's around the time period. So maybe you're going to find it around the 2nd week of April. First week of April, really bad. But for you, second week of April might be okay. You don't really have anything else in here. Or maybe there's going to be a shift in your day-to-day life. Like Neptune, it's a dream, right? Like some kind of dream thing might happen to your day-to-day life. And that's finding, getting into place, right? Getting the next B&B, the Airbnb. So
Yeah.
that's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. Nothing too stressful. It's going to be expensive, right? The eighth house is activated. This is going to be very expensive, right? Shared resources. You might get someone to invest with you. You might go into an Airbnb instead of getting a what the fuck is this? Instead of getting a like an apartment, you might shared resources. You might rent like a 6-bedroom house with your sister and Airbnb that. It's shared resources. Just saying.
That's cool.
I don't know. I'm just saying, combining shared resources with this big change that's going to happen in your day-to-day life. And it should be a good change as well.
That's what I'm hoping with the North Node and, shared resources and in Taurus, I'm hoping something stable, Taurus, stable, but I kind of, and just intuitively, like, I feel good, I'm a little scared, like, because we have to change locations kind of last minute, but, part of me, I've been looking into a lot of options, which is really exciting, different venues and.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. All right, we're gonna have to pack up in a sec. Hey guys, does anyone have any questions for Lexis before we let her go? I haven't really been looking at the questions, guys.
I know. I keep trying to look and then I get into this. But I would like to say too, if anyone joins the group, I really like helping in consulting and, I really do like the community and us supporting each other. So please join and be connected. All the astrology groups are really connected and supportive,
Yeah, they're really cool. Make sure you join Lexis's group, guys. The thing is right there at the top of the chat. It's right. It's pinned. Yeah. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you join Lexis's group on Facebook, and everybody be cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun and we do a lot of thirst traps.
Yeah, really. Oh, October wants to know your favorite tarot card. Oh, there's a good question.
Oh, well, the Empress. What?
That's a good one. That's a good, yeah.
Totally the Empress. Yeah, and of course, I'm a Libra, 2 of Cups. I love 2 of Cups. 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. But yeah, Empress for sure. Because Venus upgrades you, baby.
Yeah, it sure does. It does. Oh man. Oh, thanks, Wing One. That's really sweet. All right, guys. Yeah. We're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna book out. And I don't think I'm coming back on. I know you guys waited, but I'll be back on tomorrow. Priestess, just do the PayPal thing and I'll put you in line, right? And email me the guy's information. Just email me the guy's information and I'll have it all set up, and I'll set up to go tomorrow. I'll put it on the list like this, just like this, and we'll move and we'll do it tomorrow. But it's very exciting to see that you're getting in. I got another guy proposed to her. Guys are proposing to her left, right, and center right
now. Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Nice. Well, so I want to do a giveaway for these, so I know how to do it. I don't know if I'll go through and see who joined or if you joined the group, but I do want to do a giveaway for everyone being on tonight, so I can look through and later and see the participants and throw their names.
It all depends, because if you go through the participants, what's going to happen is you're not going to see everybody. You're not going to see everybody who's there, right? So in participants, I only have 4 people on my screen for participants, even though there's there are not a lot of people left. It's up to you, Lexis. What do you think?
Okay.
It's up to you. We can do it.
Okay.
But I don't want to not.
Well, maybe after you publish it, can I go through and like see who was on the comments?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then put their, like, whoever's in there, like put their name in a bowl and like just pull for them, like hanging out, you know? It's a beautiful deck. I've used it once. It's
All right,
beautiful.
hold on, Alexis. We're getting requests to spin the wheel. All right, we'll spin the wheel. Okay, hold on. Let me add you to the list. Everybody be cool. Let's do it. All right. And Priestess, if you want, we'll do your chart tonight as well. I need 10 minutes, right? Because I could go to the washroom and all that stuff. We're gonna do spin Lexus's stuff, and then I'm gonna go offline, and then I'll come back and we'll do some readings. Okay, but before I do that, oh, these are all the names from my weekly raffle. Okay, hold on.
And I would read Priestess cards, but I don't have my favorite deck, and I only like to read with my favorite deck, and I don't know what I do with it on vacation. So I only read people's cards when I have that one. It's
okay,
just
here we go, guys.
It's my
okay,
deck.
guys. Okay, hold on. So let's add some names in the wheel. So who wants to be added? Priestess, Noodles.
Add your name. I'm coming right back. Add your name.
Okay, who else? Guys, who else? Wingman Priestess, Navi. Hey, Navi, I hope you're having a fun night tonight. Navi. K1. Oh, K1 took off. I gotta add her to the list anyways. Oops. Add. Who else is in here? Oh, Nia, you gotta add me. Jalen.
Okay. All right. Oh, they're doing the spinny. I love it.
Oh, my spinnies on me so much.
Hey guys. Okay, I'm seeing who's here. I went back into thing. Let me know if I miss anyone. All right, guys. Noodles is added to Noodles is on the list. Rocktober's on the list. Wing One, L. All right, guys. Here's who's on the list. We have Priestess, Noodles, L, Wing One, Rocktober, Navi, K1, Nea, Jalen. Well, pretty much you can see the list right there, and there's people right here. So, does anyone else want to be on the list?
Is Noodlehead the same as Noodles?
Pardon me?
Noodlehead, is that the same as Noodles?
Yep.
Oh, hi, Noodles. Okay.
Are you guys ready? Is that it? Is that it? This is really cute. Okay. So whoever wins, how are they going to get in touch with you? Do they have to contact you on Facebook, on your group?
They can just message me on my group or on my page and send me their address, and I'll mail it to them.
Very cool.
If they don't want to put it here publicly, they can just, they can go to my group or my page or my personal Facebook. And if they can't find it, they can message you. Like if they can't find it,
message me and I'll pass it on.
Okay.
All right, guys. Everybody ready? Everybody cool? I don't know how to get the volume on Zoom. Okay, so what happened? I don't think all right, here we go.
I'm so excited.
Here we go. I'm getting excited as well. Oh, you can hear that. Oh, no way. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys know how to get in contact with each other.
Oh, she's on my Facebook page. That's perfect. All right.
All right.
Yay, Priestess.
Let's just do a quick constellation just for
You can share with your sister.
just here we go. Okay. And in second place, we have, in second place is Navi. But guys, we don't give out prizes for losers here. Like we don't, on the sunny side, we don't give out prizes for second place. You gotta go back and study some more.
I need to see. I don't know if I have another deck. I don't know. I need to make sure I got the full deck.
Yeah, maybe you guys should go back and pray a little harder through your wand or whatever the fuck. Like maybe you guys shouldn't be worshiping that tree in the backyard. Just saying. Maybe you shouldn't have cut that stick to look like. Anyways, whatever. But yeah, it's problems for everybody.
Well, yeah, priestess, you just message me and I'll send it to you.
That's really fun. I hope
Yeah,
other
I
people
love
do
this.
that.
Look how pretty. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, what
Yeah.
a really nice deck, actually.
I got it and I just never used it. And I was like, I'm gonna give this as a giveaway. Like I've got my favorite decks, but it's so pretty. I love it.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get off, Lexus. I'm half an hour late, which is okay.
Okay.
'cause we were half an hour late earlier.
Right. Well, thanks for having me on, and thanks for everyone for hanging out and join our group. And we really just support each other and get involved and connected and have homies on the daily, you know, that love you. And, you know, we got a strong community, and that's what I like, you know.
I want to remind everyone to subscribe to Alexis's channel. Subscribe to her page. There's a link in the description box. No, there's a link in the chat. It's right there. Right at the top. Just go to her page, subscribe. Priestess is in a lucky season, Jack. Yeah, she is. Actually, Priestess is lucky right now. It's funny.
She's
All
lucky.
right.
She won the lotto.
Yeah. Hey, Lexus, you know you have the same last name as my cousin?
Do I?
Yeah, he really did. She married a guy, and that's his last name. A long time ago, they're divorced now and stuff. He's a cook. I think they opened a restaurant or something, and they wanted to work for her. Whatever. But
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
So
Really
wait,
neat.
Hope or Leha? Which one?
Leha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my legal name. Okay, Leha. Okay, there's not a lot of Lehas.
Yeah, I know. The guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. She's really, really pretty, really nice. For her, they were pretty. They did okay. They were pretty. Whatever. One of my.
We should
millions of
connect on
cousins.
Ancestry.com.
Yeah, we should see what's there. Anyway, the guy she married has your last name. And so
Oh, okay.
he's
Okay.
pretty-
Which is another one I want you to, I know you got to go, but I want you to do that too, like looking at astrology and race and by being biracial and stuff. I just think that's so cool.
That is pretty interesting. It is pretty.
It is cool because you are too, right? I mean,
I
you're
am.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And it's,
yeah,
yeah. I just think it's cool. Yeah.
I love it actually.
And yeah. And I do have some ideas, like looking at my chart, but like I've just heard other astrologers like talk about specific signs, and I just think it's cool. You know.
It is pretty cool. All right, Lexus, I gotta get going because I gotta take a break.
Okay. Thanks.
And these guys want me to
thanks.
come back. So guys, I'll be back online in about 15 minutes or so. And about 12:45, we'll do hangout for another hour before we book it.
Okay, dope. All right. Thanks guys for hanging out. I'll come back on too. And,
Well,
and
I gotta cut off the Zoom.
no, I know. I'm gonna come on and just
I
watch you
gotta
get on the
Oh
video.
yeah, come back on the thing. Yeah, and we'll do
Yeah.
the stuff. Yeah, everything is cool.
We will do the things and talk about the things.
I think next time, Lexus, I might, instead of going Zoom for out live, I might go Zoom to my broadcast stuff.
Okay.
And that way we have more control. Then I could take you and I can blow you up, you know, and I can go and do that kind of stuff. Although this looks really good like this, it really does look good. And it's what everybody's using these days. I don't really have the control over the stuff that I kind of get used to sometimes.
No, that'd be cool and have it going in the other. Yeah, if I could get it promoting in the other groups too. I try to like share your lives in the groups, but yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, let
Because I
me
know
get
the
out of here.
broadcasting stuff. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I'll show you all that stuff. All right, guys, everybody be cool. I'll see you guys soon. And thanks,
All right.
Lexus.
See you
Oh,
on the
wait,
comments.
hold on a
Yes.
second. Everybody cool. So we're gonna say goodbye to Lexus right now. We're gonna say goodbye to live stream, but but don't hang up yet. And I just want to see what happens. And we'll see And I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Give me 15 minutes or so, and I'll be back. All right, guys, be cool, and we'll see you soon. Okay, now check
Okay.
this out, Alexis. I think if I go like this,